Hey everybody, it's Marvin from First Presbyterian in Columbia, Missouri, and today's Spirit of Summer word for Monday, June 7th is humidity, because this was the first really muggy, uncomfortable day of the summer that we've experienced, at least as far as I can remember. I just got back from a run and it was kind of tough. And humidity is not just a phenomenon of the summertime, but it's a problem in the summer because we human beings rely on evaporation to regulate our internal temperature. We sweat, that sweat evaporates off our skin, and that evaporation is what makes us feel cool, but the evaporation doesn't happen as quickly when there's already a lot of moisture in the air, and so we feel uncomfortable, and our performance outdoors suffers a little bit as a consequence. I don't run as fast when it's hot and humid, and maybe you don't get as much done in your garden when it's hot and humid, or maybe your bicycle rides aren't as pleasant as they normally are when it's a hot, humid day. Now, when I do go for a run, it's hot and humid, I try to do some things to make it better. So one is that I drink a lot of water before and after the run. The second thing is I try to grab some shade if I can. So I try to run early in the morning or late in the evening. And if I can't do that, I try to pick a shady path to run on. And then the third thing is I lower my expectations. I'm not going to run as fast when it's 1 o'clock in July as I would at 8 a.m. on a cool, crisp October morning. So those are the three things that I do. And I think that the main thing is that environmental factors affect your body, and you have to change in order to adapt to those environmental factors. And I think the same thing is true of our souls and spirits and our emotions. Environmental factors affect us emotionally and spiritually, and we have to adapt to those emotional and spiritual equivalents of hot, humid days. I think we've all been through that with the pandemic. The pandemic has been a 4-season affair, but in terms of emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, it's just been like 100-degree, 90% humidity day after another. And there are other seasons in life like this, seasons of grief when we lose a loved one, or maybe we lose a job, or maybe we are involved in an accident and we suffer some sort of disability or long recovery, or the news can be oppressive. And so in these seasons when the environment is kind of a shock to our emotional and spiritual system, I think we can do three things. So just as we drink water in big amounts before you go running on a hot, humid day, we need to pray more. Prayer connects us with God's Spirit, and God's Spirit is for our spirits what water is for our bodies. It is life-giving and life-sustaining. And sometimes in difficult moments, we actually pray less because we don't know what words to use. The words fail us, or maybe we're even angry at God about the situation that we find ourselves in. But try to resist that urge to pray less. And if you don't know what the words are, it's okay. You don't have to have words. Just be still and know that I am God. That's what the Bible says. So just take some time to be still and be in God's presence, and let God's Spirit refresh and renew you to face these difficult circumstances that you're in. And then the second thing is try to grab some shade. Try to get away from whatever is beating down on you. So that might mean exercise, or that might mean reading a book that takes you to a very different place in time. Or it might mean taking naps from time to time. Naps are good. And then the third thing is lower your expectations. Lower your expectations for yourself. Remember back at the first part of the lockdown where there were all these memes and articles going around kind of make lemons out of lemonade, and thinking about all the things that we could get done during this season of being to ourselves. I think calculus was invented when the inventor of calculus was, I don't know, in some period of home confinement. So we were all going to invent calculus. How did that work out for you? I don't know. I didn't invent calculus during my home confinement. I survived the pandemic. And if you survived the pandemic, that's good enough. And that's good enough the next season of grief or loss or stress or strain. In the same way that you can't run as fast on a hot July day as you can on a cool October morning, you can't get done as much in seasons of stress and strain. The important thing is to get through it, to survive, to endure. So lower your expectations for yourself and concentrate on finishing this experience. So that's where humidity led me today, to pray, uh, get away from it all if you can, and lower your expectations. And that is the key to thriving emotionally and spiritually in seasons of heat and humidity. Take care. God bless. If you found this useful, I hope that you'll share it with your friends and family on your social media networks. And I do invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel where this video is originally posted so that you can receive more Spirit of Summer thoughts and reflections from me and see our worship services and other events going on at First Presbyterian Church. Go to www.youtube.com/FPC Columbia and subscribe to us. Take care and have a good day.